Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome back to High Noon Friday, Fredonia's longest-running radio program, brought to you by WCBF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Jackson DiCarlo.
And I'm Alex Erwin. Today's episode is available streaming worldwide at FredoniaRadio.com.
Coming up, we'll have news, sports, and weather, but first, campus news. As of last Thursday, SUNY Fredonia President Stephen Collison has announced that there's only 7 active cases of COVID-19 on campus. While masks and other COVID-19 safety protocols, including pool testing, will still remain in place, faculty and staff will no longer need to complete their daily wellness checks. Join Fredonia Radio Systems tonight at this station at 7 p.m. for our famous annual Halloween scavenger hunt and lock-in. Bring some friends or join a team in a campus-wide adventure and costume contest. Prizes and candies will be provided as well. Swing by for a spooky and super fun time.
Thank you, Jackson. Today, we will be having our classically chaotic segment Trivia slightly after 12. We will also be listening to a few of our weekly segments, such as Just the Facts, The Phantom Zone, and Game Show Dissect.
Let's start with the local news and sports updates prepared by Cascio and Trevor, followed by a weather update prepared and read by Jules. What's going on, Cascio?
Good afternoon, Fredonia. I'm Cascio Fonseca, and this is your weekly High Noon Friday news. In local news for this week, early voting in New York State is underway and will continue throughout the week. Locally, the biggest surprise appears to be that Monday had a higher turnout than either Saturday or Sunday. According to Chautauqua County Republican Election Commissioner Brian Abram, Saturday had 272 voters, Sunday had 236, and Monday had 335. He also said that while looking at other counties, Chautauqua County is not alone. He noted that there were multiple counties that had higher turnout rates on Monday than either weekend days. In other local news, the County Health Department reported 288 new cases of COVID-19, along with 6 new virus-related deaths for the week ending October 23rd. The new cases pushed the county's total past 13,000 to date. There have been 13,129 confirmed cases, as well as 12,671 total recoveries and 206 deaths. There are currently 252 active cases of COVID-19 in the county, 21 people with the virus in the hospital, 540 in the hospital, and a 7-day positivity rate of 5.8%. The weekly total represents a slight bump from the week ending October 16th, when 234 new cases were recorded.
Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Hauer here with your High Noon Friday Sports Update. Week 8 in the NFL is underway as the Arizona Cardinals lost their first game of the season last night to the Green Bay Packers by a final score of 24-21. On a 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line, Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray threw a corner route pass to A.J. Green and was intercepted by the Packers, bringing Green Bay and the Cardinals tied for the top of the NFC, both with 7-1 records. The World Series Game 2 concluded a couple nights ago as the Houston Astros and Atlanta Braves are now tied in the series at 1 apiece. In Game 1, Atlanta was victorious 6-2, and in Game 2, Houston was victorious as they won 7-2. Game 3 will take place in Atlanta tonight starting at 8:10 p.m. In the NHL, your local Buffalo Sabres won another game last night from the West Coast as the Sabres defeated the Anaheim Ducks 4-3 in overtime. After taking a 3-0 lead, the Sabres took their foot off the gas, giving the Ducks life in the third period to tie it at 3. Rasmus Asplund scored in overtime assisted by Victor Olofsson, and the Sabres are now 5-1-1 on the season through their first 7 games. You've been listening to your sports update on High Noon Friday on WCBF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno.
The Northern Chautauqua Weather Update, being brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Good afternoon, Fredonia. It's your resident weather girl here, Jules, Hoepting, bringing you the weather predictions of the Hallow weekend. Temperatures are remaining in the high 50s and low 40s for the next few days, so be sure to layer up underneath those Halloween costumes because liquor does not actually make you warmer. Or you can make yourself an extra layer of padding by eating a lot of candy. Today, showers likely mainly between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., then rain after 1 p.m. High near 55, wind 11 to 16 miles per hour with gusts as high as 34 miles per hour. Tonight, low around 47, wind around 16 miles per hour. Saturday, rain likely, cloudy with a high near 55, wind 8 to 13 miles per hour. Saturday night, chance of showers, cloudy with a low around 47. Halloween, chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 56. And Halloween night, chance of showers before 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 44. And there you have it, folks, your weekend weather report. Be smart and stay safe. Let's take it on back to our hosts.
Thanks, guys. We're going to dive right into our weekly segments. To start, here's Just the Facts.
My favorite.
Hello and welcome back to Just the Facts, where we talk about just facts, only facts, and no opinions. My name is Chloe and I'm here today with my friends Alex
Hello.
and Hunter.
Hello.
This week, you guys, we're going to talk about space.
Talking about
Not the
space
key
facts.
on your keyboard, like the outer space.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
I just
I
wanted
was
to make
re-
sure
I-
no
I
one
was
brought
really-
keyboard facts with them.
I was really confused. So
You
I
were-
just kind
I'm
of gathered
sorry.
both.
You got both?
What's your keyboard fact?
The space bar is in the bottom middle of the keyboard and has been since it was created.
Wow.
Wow, that was really good.
That's a good fact.
I'm glad he was prepared.
Can you check that on Snopes for me?
Don't check
No. I feel like it'll ruin the quality of the fact if we check it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Alex,
Yes.
you want to start us off?
Yes, I can start you off. So
All right, man.
we all know that the moon exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my fact today is that the moon is made of cheese.
What kind of cheese?
Good cheese.
Good answer.
No, I'm joking.
Is it Gouda cheese?
Ooh. Chloe's not entertained.
Not at all.
I'm smiling under my mask. I was trying not to laugh.
No, my fact is that the moon was created when a huge collision tore a chunk of the primitive molten earth away. Like an object slammed into it. It
Mhm.
just tore a chunk off, and that's how we got the moon. Scientists have suggested that the impactor was roughly 10% the mass of Earth, or about the size of Mars.
Hmm.
Imagine if Mars just came barreling down on us.
There'd be a lot of issues there.
Soon.
I think I'd survive.
Soon.
I think I'd survive.
You'd survive?
I'm just built different.
You're built different?
Built
I'm
different.
built
Yeah.
different.
Alex, you're the kind of guy that would float around in space and not need a spacesuit.
I'm the kind of guy who would fail at red light, green light.
That's true.
That's also true.
That's irrelevant, but very true.
I got a lot of facts.
Got a
in
lot of
today.
that was like
Yeah,
that was like 4 facts.
That was
in
very
one.
informative.
That wasn't a fact. That was a fact booklet right
A
there.
fact, a mini
Felt-
fact booklet.
Yeah.
Felt like I just read an article.
Yeah. Well, that's what I did.
Don't expose our research methods. Stop.
Well, hey, you talked about how the moon was created.
I did.
Let's take it to my fact. Let's talk about how the moon, part of it was almost destroyed.
What?
Oh.
In the 1950s, the U.S. contemplated detonating a nuclear bomb on the moon.
Alex, what? That is not a funny sentence.
That sounds like something the U.S. would do.
That's true. Okay.
There's also- yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Russia also thought about it.
Why? Leave the moon alone. What?
What'd the poor moon do to you guys?
Why would they do that?
The United States contemplated it because, as a result, they hoped it would boost morale for citizens in the Cold War and the space race.
That's crazy.
It'd be kind of hard to be excited about the space race if there was no more moon.
If someone walked up to me, if someone from the government walked up to me and was like, "Do you want to blow up the moon?" I'd feel like I'm in a fever dream.
They weren't blowing up
That
the
is
entire thing.
crazy.
They
No.
were just making enough so that you could see a little bit from Earth.
That's crazy.
That's still a lot.
That's still a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's far.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They pulled it off, though, because they thought the moon landing would be cooler.
Ah,
think it is cooler.
That is cooler.
Or else they'd just be making another crater.
Did you
on the
know,
Earth- on the
Hunter?
moon.
Did you know? Here's another fact. Did you know the moon landing happened?
Sources say this is false.
Oh,
The moon landing was fake.
the moon landing was not fake.
Well, actually, that kind of leads into my fact. Was that everything you had?
That
Was
is
that
everything I have. What is your fact, Chloe?
Okay, so my fact. So are you guys familiar with Laika? She was a dog.
The moon dog.
The moon dog. Yes, I like how we all had moon facts. So Laika was, for those of you that don't know, a stray dog that Russia just picked up off the street. They actually picked up a lot of stray dogs and they tested them in, like, you know how astronauts go through like that training like
Mhm.
see how they'll fare in space.
Mhm.
They did that to like stray dogs, which is a little unethical, but whatever.
That's very unethical.
Yes. So they ended up landing on Laika because she did the best in the testing. And they gave her one meal that she wasn't even supposed to get. A physician actually broke protocol to give her the meal. And they sent her up into space thinking that she would die with a lack of oxygen. That didn't end up happening, and her spaceship, I think it was the Sputnik 2, if I remember correctly, went up in flames.
Oh no.
And Laika did not survive
Oh,
for very long.
that's such a sad fact.
And that's not my fact. That was my background to my fact.
Oh,
This better get better.
this better get better.
So Laika actually kind of went down in history because she was the first living organism to go into space. Well, the first living animal. And that was in 1957, which is kind of crazy. She kind of paved the way for future space travel, like the moon landing. That didn't happen in 1961, which was 4 years later. So because of Laika's sacrifice, that's why we can travel to the moon safely without exploding.
I'm pretty sure the moon landing happened in 69.
It was 69.
Sorry, that's what it says on my phone. And what did I say? 61.
You said
Yep.
61. I was wrong.
Also, you said
Sorry.
this happened in 1957.
1957 was
Yeah.
Laika.
I'm pretty sure when they were contemplating blowing up the moon was 1958. They were angry that thing went in flames.
No, that's
Can I
crazy.
be so honest with
I'm
you
not done
right
with my
now?
fact, Alex.
Too bad.
But okay.
Can I be so honest with you right now?
What?
I genuinely thought your fact was going to be yeah, so this dog, it was like a pug. What's
That
the
was
fact?
part of. Well, the fact was that. So Laika means barker in Russian, which I think is interesting.
Barker?
Yes.
Like a dog? Hunter's dying. Hunter, I don't think Hunter's ever laughed this much during a Just the
You,
Fact.
Alex, were not that far off.
What?
You were like, yeah, it was a pug. No, Laika means barker.
No, Laika was a mostly Siberian husky. See, this is what.
I think you're missing the point
is
here,
like a-
Chloe.
So this is
But the
Laika.
fact
I'm
that-
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I was not listening to whatever you were saying. I was very interested in what kind of dog she was.
I think you're missing the point here, Chloe.
What'd you
that
say?
The fact that we're talking about the first organism from Earth in space, purposefully, not flung by a asteroid or something.
Right.
Your fact was that it was.
Oh, her name means barker in
means
Russian.
Barker.
Which
Not-
I thought
not
was
the
really
fact that
great.
The dog was.
Well,
the
that
first
was the okay. So that was the leading fact,
that was the leading fact.
and then her name Laika was the fun fact that I added on later. Why are you guys laughing? I don't get it.
Because you had such a good fact that this is the first dog and this is the first organism in space.
Yes.
But the one you're more interested in is that meant barker in Russian.
No, that was the fun fact I was trying to put emphasis on because it's fun. Because the rest of Laika's story is not fun and it's super
I'm
tragic.
sorry, Chloe, but the way you demonstrated that
I'm
to us was
sorry.
absolutely awful.
That was
poor
incredible.
execution.
That was
I'm sorry.
incredible.
You led up with this very sad thing, and then it was like, yeah, it name's Borker.
No, I was trying to lead up that.
Bork. Bork. I think you need to finish the show before we continue.
I'm fighting back tears right now. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning into Just the Facts this week. We'll see you at the same time, same place next week on High Noon Friday. And while my friends continue to laugh, I'll say goodbye for them. Bye.
Thank you so much. Next up is the Phantom Zone.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, to a Phantom Zone.
Oh, we're actually talking about something DC related on the Phantom Zone, Ben.
Oh God, you what did you do?
I don't know. I found this button here that says make Phantom Zone slightly relevant to what we're discussing. And now we're talking about Batman The Long Halloween,
Oh,
Part 1 and
God.
2 on HBO Max.
With your host Benjamin Anderson
And Jackson DiCarlo, DC fan.
We're not even talking about the right person in DC.
We're talking about Batman because I like Batman more than Superman, and it's almost Halloween, and this new movie set of movies, Batman: The Long Halloween came out. We watched it and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So The Long Halloween is a 13-part comic that came out in the late 90s. Takes place during the early years of his crime-fighting gig, and it's about a long Halloween. I mean, it starts on Halloween and ends on Halloween.
Quite literally.
Over the course of a year. But someone is being killed every holiday in a specific crime family, and Batman, Harvey Dent, and Jim Gordon are trying to solve it. Calendar Man is in this film. He's played by the guy who did Polka Dot Man and Suicide Squad.
His monologue in the first part, honestly, one of the best.
Really good.
It's really good monologue.
Calendar Man's actually scary in this a bit. Like, he's off-putting as Calendar Man never is almost. It's always a guy wearing a cape made out of calendar days, and he's like, I'm going to be the Calendar Man.
But he's just goofy.
Right.
I mean, he's smart, but I mean, he's just a goofy guy.
Right. Because Riddler has gotten his scary take with this new Batman movie. Joker has gotten his scary take. It's finally good to see a scary-looking Calendar Man. This one's pretty good. There's some pretty solid action sequences. The plot's good. It was full of twists and turns.
The art style's great.
Oh, yeah. It's a new art style for the DC Animated Universe,
Yeah.
and it looks really good. Nice, thick, bold lines and shadows and everything.
The new art design works well for Batman. 'Cause it looks like it was done in the 40s.
Yeah.
Even though it's modern. It's modern.
It's strange because all the cars look very old too, like 40s style, but there are just smartphones. I mean, it's this nice blend of old and new technology, and it looks pretty good, I'd say.
No, it feels natural. I would also recommend it because it's one of the few adaptations of Batman where it's early years of Batman.
Right. It's always like later, post Robin, or with Robin, or with the Justice League or something.
Yeah, it's some mumbo jumbo where, he's been this for a long time and he has a lot of experience. Because the best part of Long Halloween is just that he's a new guy.
Yeah, he's like a few years into
and
it.
He's figuring out how to be a detective.
They do call him out on it a few times, like, you're not a good detective, you're just here to punch people, and he's like, oh.
It also makes more sense of why he needs someone like Harvey Dent.
Right.
It makes more sense why he would be friends with Harvey Dent.
While we're on the topic of Harvey Dent, I'd like to say he's pretty good in this. I liked him a lot.
Here's a question for you, because there's a lot of alluding, because this is his origin story, but there's a lot of alluding to him being Two-Face.
Personally, I'm a big fan of it. It's one of those people that's like, okay, the whole point of Two-Face is how he becomes Two-Face and, his split personality. But they really play with it in a way that's, like, clever. And it's not, I don't think it's annoying. There's a lot of imagery with his double-sided coin and a lot of, like, really clever lines. And I like it a lot. I can see why you might, like, roll your eyes at it. If you do.
I mean, it's good. Like, the issue is that it's played straight enough that it's not goofy.
Right. It's not like, I can't be in two places at once. Like, it's actually him saying, like, I'm only one man. And it's clever like that.
I do like the origin of that coin. See it, like, because you see it, like, that coin in the first part has more legs than even in the second part, and that's really cool.
That's something I commend these movies for, is they really did lay out everything, and everything ties together really well. It doesn't feel like, let's write the first one, then we'll write the second one.
No, they're...
Like, the seeds are throughout the whole thing, and they're callbacks that are really well written.
If you were to rate, I guess, this movie on, like, a scale.
I gave Long Halloween Part 1 and 2 a 4-star.
If I were to rate it, I would rate it about the same. I mean, it's 8 out of 10. Or
I'd agree.
4 out of 5.
I think I'm going to like it a bit more on a second watch through if I do watch this again, because I'll know what to be looking out for, and I'll be able to pick up on the foreshadowing again, because it is definitely one of those movies where they want it to be like that.
Because there's a certain reveal at the end that I'm kind of like, I want to see.
Look out for
how much breadcrumbs they have. But yeah, no, I think that's a good review and a good place to leave off on.
Cool. I can't wait to review another Batman movie next time.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
Why not?
Oh.
We can do Death in the Family and Under the Red Hood.
No.
Or we could do Mask of the Phantasm. That's close to Phantom Zone. Why not?
No, we're going back, baby.
Don't pull me back.
We're going back.
No.
I'll see you next time.
No, don't send me to... No.
The Phantom Zone.
That was a really spooky segment, Jackson. I really enjoyed that.
You're welcome.
Anyways, next up is the Game Show Dissect.
The British creation of Taskmaster, a very different game show that pins several contestants against each other in a battle of randomly assigned challenges, each earning them a varying amount of points. Why is Taskmaster so popular and successful as opposed to its American adaptation? I'll go into this question and more today on High Noon Fridays Game Show Dissect. I'm Hunter Halterman, and let's get into it. First aired in 2015, Taskmasters kept roughly the same format, 5 contestants competing against each other in whatever challenge the producers can think of. This can vary from blowing out a candle from the longest distance to eating an egg the fastest. These are only 2 of the challenges out of the absolute hundreds featured in its airtime.
Make an outfit of things bought in this stationery shop. You have 10 minutes and £50 to do your shopping, then 20 minutes to make your outfit. Your time starts now. Thank you.
Before the contestants progress to the challenges, however, the show starts off by determining what the prize is going to be for the winner. For other game shows, prizes mainly consist of money or cars, but for Taskmaster, this is too easy. As the task itself, the contestants are challenged to bring in a certain item with them to the show. This could be the most satisfying item, the coolest blue item, or even the most flamboyant clock.
This week it really is the prize task, because they've been asked to bring in the best present for a doctor.
Once this is done, the contestants then move into the aforementioned challenges. These may be based off of time or other attributes to drive a contestant to do their best. Depending on the actions of them throughout each challenge, the Taskmaster, Greg Davis, will then award the person with a certain amount of points up to 5, or sometimes even a few extra bonus points to any person. For example, one task of the most recent season was to strike the other host and creator of the show, Alex Horn, with a ball. He was not allowed to run, hide, or leave the grounds. The Taskmaster awarded one contestant a bonus point by, you guessed it, cussing out Alex while he was briskly walking away. Other bonus points may be given as a part of a secret challenge assigned to only one contestant.
I think there's been a handful of occasions across 11 series. I'm going to give Morgana a bonus point for her attempt before we even give her a score. You would think it was because you set a trap for Alex, which I really enjoyed and thought, I'm going to give her an extra point for that, it's so clever. But it's not. It's because you called Alex a little
Most of the challenges from these rounds are pre-recorded and shown on a big screen in front of the Taskmaster, Alex, and the 5 contestants. After these are over, however, the contestants are invited to a stage where they compete in a live task. These are quite similar to the tasks prior, though this time they're in front of the other contestants.
So the fastest wins, other people do get points too. Good luck, your time starts. And they're off.
Different from most of your favorite game shows, Taskmaster is more focused around the comedic aspect. Apart from the fact that many contestants are comedians, the show is littered with humorous moments for anyone to enjoy. I like to think that because of this, its unique style, and excellent marketing, the show became wildly popular inside of its borders and outside. This is only proven through the fact that in Britain itself, Taskmaster has moved from a much smaller station, Dave, to a much bigger Channel 4. In addition to this, outside of the UK, there have been many attempts at recreating the show in their own countries. This includes, but is not limited to, Belgium, Sweden, Germany, and the United States. What's special about the United States version, though, is that it was the only remake to feature the original creator Alex Horn as one of the hosts. This version aired in 2018 on Comedy Central.
Get the basketball through the basketball hoop.
You may not touch the basketball with your hands.
You may not wear gloves or anything that could reasonably be construed to be gloves.
Fastest wins. Your time starts now. Okay.
I see.
Reggie Watts' US rendition was not nearly as successful as the UK original, and was cancelled only after 1 season. This version has stayed cancelled so far, but in the August of 2020, the CW network actually acquired seasons 8 and 9 of the UK version to air on their network. It just didn't hit right and had very low viewership. After only a few days after its premiere, CW pulled Taskmaster from its schedule. Heading back to the UK version, a proportion of its success has come from its YouTube channel. Such as myself, this has allowed many people outside of the UK to find and watch the show. With this and previously mentioned cases, Taskmaster has only risen in popularity since its debut season in 2015, releasing a few books and a board game along the way. This is a fairly recent show, however, and we'll see if it continues down its path of success. On that note, though, that's all we have time for today's episode. Tune in to next week's episode of Game Show Dissect with Hunter Halterman. We'll be discussing the wonderfully different breed of game shows featured on the Food Network. Stay competitive.
Thanks for that segment. Now let's bring it back to Cascio at the international news.
In national news for this week, the Department of Defense says climate change is already challenging U.S. national security in concrete ways. In a report last week, The Pentagon found that increasing temperatures, changing precipitation patterns, and more frequent, intense, and unpredictable extreme weather conditions caused by climate change are exacerbating risks for the U.S. For example, recent extreme weather has caused billions in damages to U.S. military installations, including Tyndall Air Force Base and Marine Corps Base Lejeune. Also, the military has bases on Guam and the Marshall Islands that are vulnerable to rising seas. Deputy Secretary of Defense Kathleen Hicks stated that Congress should be paying attention as the Biden administration tries to put together a clean energy plan that Senator Joe Manchin will support. The Democrat from West Virginia stymied an earlier effort. In other national news, a powerful storm that swept through California set rainfall records and helped douse wildfires, but it remained to be seen how much of a dent it made in the state's drought. The system weakened as it moved south, but still dropped enough rain Monday evening to cause mudslides that closed roads in the San Bernardino Mountains northeast of Los Angeles. In the northern part of the state, drenching rains caused widespread flooding and rock slides over the weekend. Strong winds knocked down trees and even toppled two big rigs on the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge near San Francisco. Pacific Gas and Electric reported that 380,000 homes and businesses lost power, though most had it back by Monday. Despite these problems, the rain and mountain snow were welcome in Northern California, which is so dry that nearly all of it's classified as either experiencing extreme or exceptional drought. The wet weather also greatly reduces the chances of additional wildfires in a region that has borne the brunt of another devastating year of blazes in the state. That's it for news this week. Have a great weekend, Fredonia.
Thanks for the updates. Finally, we have something special for you all that are listening. It's time for Trivia Slightly After 12. On this segment, we test the minds of students here on Fredonia's campus for the chance to win glorious prizes sometimes. This week, we have two wonderful contestants ready to win big by answering some questions. Please, introduce yourselves.
My name is Mel. I am the WDVO Program Director at FRS.
My name is Yisel. I am the GM at
You are wow.
FRS.
Awesome. Cool, thanks.
Very, very cool story, guys.
All right, first one to shout their name after the question is read will be able to take a shot at answering the question. Each question is worth a point at the end of the game. Person with the most points will be declared the winner. Now, this is a trivia duel. We haven't had a duel in quite a while.
Yeah.
So, obviously, therefore...
It's very coincidental why there's a duel.
Okay, so anyway, there are 4 answers to each question. Obviously, you can go, like, you know, if you take a shot, you get it wrong. Take a shot, you get it wrong. Then there's 2. If you guess the 50-50 and get it wrong, the other person gets the points.
Dun dun dun.
So
Wait,
you saw you want my points?
Oh man, that's not gonna work out. All right.
Okay.
So
Ready.
If you fail the 50-50, you get the point to your opponent.
Ooh.
This week's category is Halloween and horror. Ooh. Okay. Go.
Here we go. Number 1.
Number 1.
I'm just so spooked I can't talk right now. Number 1. Trick-or-treating dates back to medieval Ireland and Scotland. What was the original name for this activity back then?
What do you mean you knew it? We said it was going to be horror and Halloween on the sign-up sheet.
I figured a question about trick-or-treating or like the origins would pop up.
Yeah, of course.
Is it A?
There's science on the science test. Oh.
You know, continue reading the
Chemistry.
answers, please.
Is it A, guising, B, trapsizing, C, treat or tricking, or D, Samhaining?
Don't you hate it when they talk about George Washington during the Revolutionary War?
Yeah,
That's my least favorite
kind
part.
of sucks.
Wait. Oh no.
Okay,
I'm not going.
I forgot all of them. So, Yisel B.
Yisel B.
No.
Trapsizing is incorrect.
Oh. Oh wait.
So Mel,
I'm.
is it A, C, or D?
Can I ask to repeat what it
Is it
answers
A,
are?
guising, C, treat or tricking, or
No.
D, Samhaining?
I feel like Samhaining actually has meaning, but that's the only one that makes sense in my head. So D.
D is incorrect.
C. I mean,
Hey,
A. Sorry.
hey,
I
hey,
meant
hey,
C.
hey,
No, I
you
meant to
said
say
A. I said A.
What's
that's not
What's the ruling? What's the ruling
Hey,
on
that's
this?
not fair. You don't know your alphabet
This
yourself.
is what happens when you just shout random letters and
Yeah.
don't consider. Like, people are like, oh, he cheats at trivia. Oh, he knows
Hey.
the answer. He's buzzing in. Oh.
Are you gonna have this?
Yes. This is
Let-
the show. This is the show.
All right,
This is the
continue,
show.
please.
You
So-
hooligans aren't taking
So
trivia.
Mel has gotten the points because Yisel guessed treat or tricking. Well, you should have said what A was.
I was moving
This is
in
why
slow
you,
motion
this is why you
too.
pay attention when we're reading the answers.
I do.
and
My
then
brain
you,
hurts.
and then you say the answer that you want.
Hey.
No.
No, you're
Fun
too late.
fact.
You're too late.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. Young people would go door to door for food and money on the day of the event in exchange for songs, poems, or other tricks they performed, giving the event its modern day name. That's your fun fact.
Awesome.
Next time, pay attention.
Let's see. Question 2. It can only go up from here. In 2019, 2 years ago. That dates us.
Are you talking about clowns?
No. Approximately how much money was spent on
Isn't that
costumes?
2016?
I think they're trying to derail our
I'm just
trivia.
not gonna do it.
Do what?
I'm just not gonna answer the question, and then we won't have answers, and then we won't get any points, and we'll just sit here for an hour.
Are we gonna sit here for an hour?
This is our
I
trivia
mean,
segment.
to be
This is our
fair.
high noon Halloween trivia segment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
fine,
spooky.
Fine. To be fair, I won't doubt that you would sit here for an hour. The
I
same way-
would.
The same way you sat with my analog clock for an hour, telling me the time every minute.
Actually, it's a digital clock because analog
Oh
ones have
my
hands,
God.
whereas a digital it just has
Continue,
numbers.
please.
In 2019, approximately how much money was spent on costumes for pets in the United States? Is it A, $5 million, B, $25 million, C, $100 million, or D, $500 million?
B.
Who?
I said B.
Okay, that doesn't do anything for us.
5 million?
You
No.
gotta
No,
do
so-
you can't just say B.
What's your
Oh,
name?
Wow. Wow. So let me just recap the events. So I read the question and all the answers. Then Mel said B and attributed that letter to a different answer. Then was asked what her name is and then proceeded to bang on the table and not understand or not have an answer, seemingly. So let's write a no-name point down for Mel.
No name point for Mel.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, try this again. 5 million, 25 million, 100 million, or
25
500.
million.
That doesn't. You have to.
B.
You have to say your
Mel,
name.
Mel,
Oh
I'm
my
Jeez,
God.
Mel.
There's one rule. That's say your name.
Oh my God. Mel B. 25 million.
Wrong. Wrong.
Yisel A.
Wrong.
C.
What do you mean C?
C is
You
it
can't
wa-
just say C.
C. Mel. I swear, Jackson, I'm not doing it on purpose.
What?
I'm
What do
doing
you have to say for yourself, Mel? What? What?
Is it?
Say it.
Okay. Well, I know D was 500 million. How much is like 100 million? C was C.
You have what?
Mel C.
Wrong. It's wrong. It was $500 million. That's another point for yourself.
Yisel only has 1 point. And she has a not thinking
The
point.
4th most popular pet costume for a cat. No, the 4th most popular costume for a dog is a cat, and the 7th most popular costume for a dog is, they dress up as each other. I can't see.
Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness. Okay. Let's try this again.
Maybe I should have taken the extra nap.
Number.
No, I'm gonna read the sentence. The 4th most popular pet costume is a cat costume for dogs, and the 7th most popular is a dog costume for cats.
Yes.
I don't know why that looks so weird on the page. I was like, does this say the same thing twice?
Oh
Holy
goodness.
crow.
Okay, number 3. Which of the following horror movies is credited as being one of the first American films to feature a toilet? Is it A, Dracula,
Wait,
B,
does it include? No.
B, Psycho, C, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, or D, The Thing?
Are you surprised that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is on there?
I wasn't expecting a funky
B?
word like Jekyll.
Mel?
Jekyll?
Jekyll.
What? What's going on in
What
there?
was that?
Mel.
Mel.
B.
B is correct. It was Psycho. Good job, Mel, on
Great,
remembering
great,
your name.
You know.
I'm going to give Mel a remembered name point.
Listen, I don't know the first thing for me to.
It's almost as if you've been on trivia before.
It's almost like you won
It's almost like
trivia.
you won trivia before.
Out of pure coincidence.
Anyways, fun fact. It's also the first American film where you can actually hear a toilet being flushed. How obscene. Who wrote this question?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's pretty good actually. Like Psycho pioneered horror films.
I expected
With
everything
toilets.
but a
Well,
toilet.
because that's the one that she gets killed in the shower. It's at the Bates Motel. Question 4. Michael Myers' iconic mask from the Halloween franchise is created using what mask originally? Is it A, a Jimmy Carter mask, B, an Austin Powers mask, C, a William Shatner mask, or D, a Ted Bundy mask?
D?
Yisel C.
Oh.
It was a Star Trek
Oh, no,
dude.
no.
Yisel C is correct. William
Mhm.
Shatner, the guy who played Captain Kirk
That's the dude.
in the original series, I believe.
Who's Captain Kirk?
I'm not going to answer that question. Fun fact, William Shatner bought one of the masks and took his daughter's trick-or-treating while wearing it, and people were very scared. Also, Austin Powers is played by Mike Myers, and that movie came out in the 90s. So if you said that to a movie that came out in the 70s, I would have been very upset with you.
Up next is number 5.
Oh, it is?
It is indeed. I know, it feels like it's been so long.
I know. I feel like I've aged 3 years sitting in this room.
That's not our fault.
Jack-o'-lanterns.
Is it?
It was. It really is.
Go ahead.
Jack-o'-lanterns originated in Ireland before coming to America. Which of these vegetables wasn't used to make jack-o'-lanterns in Ireland?
Wasn't?
Wasn't.
Was not.
Jeez.
Was not.
Was
Continue.
Was
yes.
it A, potatoes, B, beets, C, turnips, or D, parsnips?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know the difference between all of these.
Jeez.
What a trivia.
Potato.
How does this come to this? This show has been running for 37 years. I've been a part of this show
Okay.
for 3 years.
Let's preface by saying we were last minute choices because
What do you mean last minute choice?
Because there was-
woke up this morning.
there was no one who signed up for today's show, so we were we were not expected to be here. Okay.
You knew all day, at least.
No, I.
Jackson, we gotta cut that part. They can't know. They can't know.
They can.
No, they can't.
These are human beings listening to our show. I don't care.
No, they can't know that we invited them last minute.
Why?
They invited us last minute.
No, that was not true. I woke up this morning, looked at the sign-up sheet, and I said, "Oh, we
yes,
got a full
because
house."
Alex
Cool.
is like, hey, you.
What, at like 10 o'clock?
Yes.
this
Yes.
morning?
Yes.
Oh no, it's 7:15 p.m. It's almost as if you had 9 hours to mentally prepare for this.
No, this was this morning.
Yes.
Is anyone gonna answer the question?
Jack-o'-lanterns originated in Ireland, which weren't used to make jack-o'-lanterns.
I
We're
wanna say
not.
potatoes, but it's not.
We're not.
Yisel D.
Yisel D, holy cow.
Parsnips is correct. Thank
I
you.
actually was gonna guess parsnips, but I
Oh,
was like,
well, you shoulda- you shoulda
yeah.
guessed.
I didn't know what
She
a
was gonna
parsnip
guess
looked
parsnips. She was gonna guess parsnips. Okay.
Fun fact: pumpkins became the de facto jack-o'-lantern veggie after the holiday became popular in America around the 1950s.
Yay, Americanism.
Yay.
Number 6. In what state was the 1998 movie Halloween Town filmed? Is it A, Oregon, B, Idaho, C, California, or D, Washington?
Mel.
Mel.
A.
A is correct. Oregon.
Oh wow.
Fun fact, it was shot in St. Helens, Oregon, and every year since then, it transforms
you.
back into the Halloween Town from the movie.
Number 7. What is the most common Halloween candy as of 2021? Is it A, Skittles, B, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, C, M&M's, or D, Hershey's Chocolate Bars?
Oh. I'm gonna say no.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just deciding between two.
Hurry up. 5,
Okay.
4,
C.
C. M&M's?
Yeah.
Is that your choice?
Yeah.
Well, it's correct.
Oh, okay.
Good job. Fun fact, Prior to 1954, the M's painted on the candies were in black ink. Now, the little letters are painted in white.
Correct.
That is
The
cool.
red M&Ms were also banned for a period of time in the United States.
Yeah.
Fun fact, someone found a tooth
Communism.
in their M&M.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You. Spooky.
Okay, question 8. Which of the no, Jesus.
Question what? I'm sorry.
Question 8. Question 8.
H?
Question 8. Ocho. How do you say 8 in French?
Basura.
How do you say 8? You don't know how to...
I forgot.
Ocho.
No, that's Spanish. That's
Spanish.
Spanish.
Oh, wheat.
Wheat. That's right, it is
Wheat?
Yes.
I'm not talking about wheat. I'm talking about the...
No.
The number 8.
H-U-I-T.
Wheat. One of the most profitable horror films of all time is The Blair Witch Project. Did you just hear? I was just reading the question to you. Did you hear any of that? Did you not hear any of that? I was just doing a very controversial accent at the same time. I was offending every French person.
Mel gets a baguette point.
That's
in
why,
a few
because
mile vicinity of
that's
Virginia.
why I wanted to speak over you, because you were being offended.
I just watched Monty Python. You can't blame me for that.
Oh, there's a Money Heist. Come on.
Money
man.
Heist. No, Monty Python.
Money
and
Heist
the
is really
Holy
good.
Grail.
Please watch
Monty
Money Heist.
Python and the Holy Grail. I'm writing a paper on it tonight.
Okay, number wheat.
Anyway, number 8. 8. One of the most profitable horror films of all time is The Blair Witch Project. What was its budget? Was it A, $40,000, B, $60,000, C, $100,000, or D, $120,000?
Mel.
Mel.
B.
B is correct. $60,000. Fun fact: this film was in the Guinness Book of World Records for top budget box office ratio in the mainstream feature film. The film cost $60,000 to make and made back $248 million, a ratio of $1 spent for every $10,931 made.
I had thought, I don't know why, when you were reading the question, you were like, the blank witch.
The Blair Witch.
And then I thought you wanted us to fill in the blank, and I was like,
No.
it's Blair, and then you said Blair, and then my brain just... Go ahead.
Also, one of the video cameras used by the actors was bought at Circuit City, and after they filmed, they returned it for a refund. It's pretty good.
Penny pinching. Okay, are we ready for number 9? I don't think I'm.
Where are
number-
we at right now? What's going on?
Well, the tally currently is Yisel with 3 points and a not thinking point.
Okay.
And Mel with 5 points, a no name point, a remembered name point, and a baguette point
Where did the baguette point come from?
for the French.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Je m'appelle Bet.
8, 9, 10.
Oh, yes.
Great. Okay.
I was like, where did the baguette
Okay.
come
9, please. I beg of you.
from? Is this the first time you've ever been frustrated like this? In that case, I say that I've won.
Jackson looks physically pained. Number 9.
Oh, you know what? I'll pull up this really cool fact about the Halloween mask, and this will be a really good one about the Blair Witch Project. Oh, question 12. I'll put some actual thought and effort into that one about something I'm passionate about. Can't wait to see that butchered.
I know what you mean. Number 9.
At least there's no architecture in this one.
Which state produces the most pumpkins for Halloween? Is it A, West Virginia, B, Illinois, C, New York, or D, Vermont?
Yisel.
Yisel. Vermont is incorrect.
Oh. I already forgot the first A and B, but let's go with B.
Who said that?
Mel. Mel.
Mel said what?
Mel said what?
B.
Mel said who?
Mel was correct.
Can I say that I knew it wasn't West Virginia just because Hunter was like, give me a state. And I said, okay, A.
A, you said A when he said give me a state?
Yeah.
The funny thing about this is that this is my question.
Really?
I wrote this.
Oh, wow.
Well, I wasn't going to
What was B again?
B was
Illinois.
B was Illinois.
That was the correct answer. It
Yeah.
was
Well, I know. I
Illinois.
forgot which one was A and which was B.
Fun fact, Illinois produces 5 times as many pumpkins as the next state, Indiana. 15,000 acres are dedicated in the land of Lincoln to the gourd.
The land of Lincoln is dedicated to the gourd.
To the gourd.
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 Pumpkin. Gourds.
That's how it sounds to me.
Well.
Number 10. According to the National Retail Federation, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
Retail Federation?
The National Retail Federation, which is not in the top 5 list for most common Halloween costumes for adult. A. Cat. B. Batman. C. Vampire. Or D. Clown.
Yisel.
Yisel.
What?
Vampire.
Nope, that's in the
Vampires.
top 5.
Incorrect.
Well, it's not D because people love dressing up as clowns. I'm gonna go with maybe A. The cat thing has been played out.
Who?
Mel. It is Mel.
No, A. Nope, that's top 5.
What? Why do people dress up as cats?
That's like the wanting joke. You ever see that still from The Simpsons when Marge leaves her house dressed up as Catwoman and then everyone else in the street is dressed as Catwoman?
Wait, but that doesn't make sense. You can't say cat and then also assume Catwoman.
I'm referring to a separate entity.
Oh,
Yes.
but
But cat is like the go-to.
Yes.
Especially like
Yisel Clown.
clown is correct.
Clown's correct.
what?
I'm very surprised
Clown's not
too.
that popular, apparently.
Well, they seem to pop up everywhere.
Wearing costumes on Halloween dates all the way back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, where people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off spirits. I do that every Tuesday. But I'm just... It's a rim shot.
Number 11.
Rim shot. That's what it's called, the rim shot.
Okay.
It's a rim shot. I had to remember the word.
Number 11. In the Shining movie, it is famous room 237.
Ah!
I really struggled on that.
It's not. It should say the famous room. not
Okay.
it is.
Nope. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay, number 11. In the Shining movie, the famous room 237 that is featured.
Okay, whoever wrote this one needs that stern talking to. Do you think it's Hunter or Chloe?
I think it,
Why is it taking you forever to read the question? What's
we're
going
working on
Let's
it.
find out. Let's see if it was
What's
Hunter or
going
Chloe. We're roasting someone.
It was Hunter.
It was Hunter. Okay,
Oh my
Hunter
God,
deserves a
no,
stern
it's
talking.
Hunter gets a stern talking to point.
He needs a grammatical lesson.
Maybe
Speak
he was in a
grammatic.
hurry.
Stern talk.
Stern
grammar.
talk grammar.
Okay, number 11. In the Shining movie, the famous room 237 is featured. What was the room number in the original Stephen King book? Is it A, 207, B, 217, C, 247, or D, it was always 237?
I'm gonna assume
That
it's
looks so
it's-
entertained right now. Like, looking at it, it's like just a pure bundle of just like thinking really
Yisel
hard.
217.
Yisel with 217? That is, in fact, correct.
Oh wow! I was actually gonna say B or.
That
maybe
is
C or
B.
D.
That is B.
Oh, whatever. Next.
Fun fact, Stephen King did not like Stanley Kubrick's movie or Jack Nicholson as the main character.
Funner fact,
Funner
Stephen
fact.
King then made his own adaptation of the book into the movie, which sucks. Like, hardcore sucks. It's, like, embarrassing. But, you know, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And the last question.
Thank goodness we're here.
The last question, and then we
you guys
can...
could be a bit more enthusiastic, but okay. Continue.
Okay, question 12. Young Frankenstein is one of my favorite films of all time.
Okay.
Made by Mel Brooks in 1974. Which of the following is not true about the movie?
Oh, here we go.
Is it A, the Aerosmith song Walk This Way was inspired by the movie? B, The set of the movie used all of the equipment and machinery from the original Frankenstein movies, which was sitting in the designer's garage. C, it was deemed, quote, culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant by the United States National Film Preservation Board and selected for preservation in the Library of Congress National Film Registry. Or D, Mel Brooks wanted Gene Wilder to star desperately in the film. When he originally asked him to star, Gene declined because he was on set about to start filming Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. They agreed to film after.
So you want to go?
Yisel.
My brain. See.
False.
Yeah.
It is in the National Preservation Congress.
Mel.
Same with Blazing Saddles. And Shrek. That is a fact. That is actually a fact.
Just a fact.
You know. Can you get deducted a point for that, please?
No.
Why not?
I don't want it.
Okay. B.
What? Who?
Mel. B.
False. They did use the original missing scene from the film. Fun fact. On that specific note, the designer of the machinery is not credited in the original Frankenstein movies as the designer.
Can I go get
Mel Brooks then hunted him down in L.A. Said, "Hey, you got all this stuff? Like, we want to use your stuff, or could you make us a new set?" He's like, "I got it all in my garage."
I thought that they would get enough money from the movie if it. Did it do well when it came out?
It did.
Then why would they use the same equipment?
Because it was a parody of the film, Frankenstein. So then he was like, "Oh God, the guy just lives here in L.A." He'd want to talk to him. He's like, "Yeah, I got it in my garage. You want it?" He was like, "Yes." And then he credited him in the film because he never did originally. Mel Brooks is a nice guy. Do you even know what A is?
The Aerosmith one.
Okay, that is false.
Oh, so it's Mel.
No, it's incorrect. So Aerosmith did write the song "Walk This Way" after they were recording a long set for one of their albums, and they took a break to watch the movie.
Oh, man.
There's a joke where Igor tells Frodrick to walk this way, and he does it in a funny way. It's one of the best jokes in the film. And then Aerosmith, they were like, "That's really funny. Let's write a song about that." And they did.
Can I guess? Because there's only one last one.
No, you got the point.
You got the point. No.
All right.
It was actually Gene Wilder's idea to film that movie.
See,
in
that
the
one
first
was way
place.
too specific. I had a
Yeah,
feeling
they're
it
all
was.
very specific.
That
and I
was
like,
that was the idea. I was like,
Wow,
these are all
you
very
guys did
specific.
your-
I have to have another specific one.
Great question.
But yes, Gene Wilder came up with the idea while they were filming Blazing Saddles. Both Wilder and Brooks consider it to be one of their best works. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Also, I wrote my film analysis final on it. So, yeah.
Very interesting.
Don't sound
Booyah.
too enthusiastic. Jackson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
It's your favorite movie. Why don't you just? Come on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll
I'm
really,
so sorry.
I'll smile more. How about that?
What a shame.
Hold on, Alex.
Okay.
Hold on. Please tell me.
I can tell you that. In
I
last
felt so good going into this. I was like, yeah, Halloween.
You know what? I did too. I did
was
too, and
like,
they
this'll be-
ruined it
this'll be
for us.
great.
They
This will be
ruined
so
it
much
for us.
fun. We'll have some spooky, funny Halloween trick-or-treating and also horror movies and stuff.
The real horror was filming this trivia segment. That was the real horror
I
here.
think in that case we definitely won. We
And
won.
somehow it still turned out better than Halloween Kills. Whoa.
Oh,
Hey,
don't
you
spoil
guys haven't
it for
even
us.
watched it yet.
I
you
know
guys-
it's bad.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
It's
not.
really
They're-
good.
yeah, a lot of people
apparently.
said it's good.
I will systematically tell you why.
Well,
it's
if you haven't watched
not
it, you
good.
can't judge.
Yeah,
Yes,
you-
I can.
Shut up. It's time to announce the
Oh,
winners.
jeez.
We're running out of time. Oh no.
Agree. Thank you so
Fun
for
fact, you
doing all
don't
that.
have to watch a film to know whether or not it's good.
Oh wow, you win. Okay, go
It does
ahead.
help, but you can
Mm.
just,
Okay,
read
can we
the
announce
plot
winners?
synopsis and then
In last place is Hunter with the Stern Talk grammar point.
At least he made it on the.
like
What is going on? At least he made it on
Can
the.
can we please announce the results? I just want to be done with this.
Yeah, I was reacting to the results. I was saying at least Hunter made it on the leaderboard.
That's true.
In second place, with 5 points and a not thinking point, is Yisel. So that means the winner of this truly terrifying segment
terrifying.
is Mel with 8 points, a no-name point, a remembered name point, and a baguette point. Congratulations, Mel.
Cut the Final Fantasy. I don't want to hear it. No.
No.
What?
No.
It's over.
So I win the second time.
Yes, you did.
Congratulations. That hurt.
Awesome. Well, now our Halloween trivia is over.
Yay. Is there candy?
No.
No.
There's the door.
You know.
Awesome. Very cool.
Oh.
Well, that wraps it up for trivia.
That was
very fun. Let's go give it back to our hosts, who had definitely finished writing the script before they did the outro.
Yes.
Yay. Here you go, guys. Have fun.
That wraps it up for this week's broadcast of High Noon Friday. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you tune in next week. Same time, same place. High Noon Friday has been brought to you on WCVF 88.9 FM The Voice and WDBL 89.5 The Inferno on the web.
High Noon Friday is assembled through collaboration with students from Dr. Daly's Audio Production 2 class. Our producers and scriptwriters are Jackson DiCarlo, Alex Erwin, Kowalyk, and Hunter Halterman. Sports is prepared and read by Trevor Hauer. News is presented and read by Cascio Fonseca. And weather is prepared and read by Jules Hoepting. Tune in next week for another great edition of High Noon Friday. I'm Jackson DiCarlo.
And I'm Alex Erwin. Thanks for listening, and make sure to tune in next week. Same time, same place. Have a great weekend, Fredonia.
And have a safe Halloween.
Spooky.